wants to use missiles or spells?
I'm seeing those for.
And yeah, there is a lantern there on the floor. You would see it, or on a little stand there burning.
So it's
I
lit up
can
in here.
charge this one.
Well, do you want it's up to you. Right now, I'm just looking for if anyone wants to shoot missiles.
Yeah, I can
Then we'll
fire.
talk about melee.
Okay.
And
I can't see.
I was going to let a round of missiles off myself.
Doesn't the little guy want to keep some of these things?
Well, we just want him to go through the door first.
okay, so who was that saying they wanted to fire missiles?
I will. There and all.
Theranos?
Ragnar.
Okay.
I do, but I need to move up first. I can't see anything.
Okay. Well, that'll be next round then. Okay.
Yep.
So, but you'll be moving with the melee. So, um, heck, or Ragnar and Theranol
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
fire your missiles.
Ooh, nice.
Theranol. Oh, you get both of them. So,
Yep.
okay.
Yes.
So the
Sure.
21 definitely hits. And the 14 hit.
So I can't half move and shoot.
Well, we'll see if you've got an open shot after movement occurs.
I will use my longbow also.
If that's what you wish to do.
Oh yes.
Oh, there's Sir Galathon. Okay, Galathon.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm not there. Can you put me in the?
Yeah, that's what I did. I did, and you moved right back out.
There we go.
So you are everybody has charged in. You may do so as well. You can move into
Okay.
that hallway with them. There are kobolds in the room.
Okay. In this room.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move.
They've heard them talking, so that's why they're charging in, and they can see them now. You can't.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, those of you, and this include you as well, Galathon, everybody that wishes to move up and into melee can do so. Galathon, you may go first because you're kind of on the front of the heap.
Okay.
And
I
if we
guess-
shot arrows, we wait till next round, correct, Richard?
Yeah, well, yeah. You've already
Okay.
taken your turn for this round.
What is this? Is this a light source?
Yeah, it's a lantern.
Okay. I'm going to attack this kobold. So, this is actually how I face him. Because my image is upside down, I think.
Okay.
So here's the long sword. Oh yeah, AC 2.
So he goes down. But now with the simultaneous round, so you will get an attack, or he will get an attack off on you. Okay, hey, Dak, it's your turn. Our slaver over here charged in and tried to tackle that one, and the one he's near, and he missed him.
Okay.
Didn't I kill
to the far side one.
Didn't I kill him?
Is that too far to get attack in?
No.
Oh, well then I will cobalt poke him. Well, allegedly cobalt poke him.
Yeah, that's a little too low. Okay, Ted, you may move up now. If you want to move up 2 and see, I don't think you got a
Up.
shot.
Move up 2. I can only move 2 and shoot.
Yeah.
Any word from Jerahawk?
See-
Any what?
Any word from Jerahawk?
No, I haven't heard from him, so I don't know
I
what's going
see
on there.
this right here. That's a cobalt right there, isn't it?
Right here?
Hello? Yeah. That's a cobalt. Hello?
Go ahead. You can take, but don't roll low.
Yeah.
No guarantees.
Give it the old college try, Randy. There you go.
Ooh. Natural 20.
Wow.
Dirty 23.
Okay, well, that guy goes. And
You see any more there, Sir Galathon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do?
2 to the south. To the south of Haydak.
Okay. When it's my turn, I will check it out and go down there.
Oh yeah. Did you know the DM can delete things in chat now?
no, I didn't. So, like, I could delete this crit.
Yeah. Yep.
Right on.
If it's deleted.
Oh, look at that.
It allows me. It's so I can hide it. I don't know.
Mm.
But, what crit? You didn't get a crit.
Yeah.
You got a crit.
Bullshit. You didn't get a crit. Video or it didn't happen.
I need you now.
Cool.
Okay, so on their turn, the what's this guy probably was like here when he died. The one on Galathon strikes at him. He missed him. The guy on Haydak swings and misses. The guy on your new ally actually hit him and wounded him.
Oh.
get the kobold.
So
What?
this guy steps out from around, kind of looks out from behind this, and it's a bookcase, is what you're looking at here. And a pulse of energy flies across the room and slams into you. Or two. Okay, and so yeah, one bolt of energy flies across and strikes you, Sir Galathon, for 5 points of damage.
Coming from right here?
From the kobold that you down here.
Oh, okay. There's something I can't see still. Does that look like a magic missile, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And it is initiative.
Boban said he is here.
Oh. Transparent barriers are now available to Plus subscribers.
Yes. Okay. So Bobbin, I will pop back over to another previous. I'll bring you in after this fight's concluded to find your character. Okay. Okay, so Found it, huh?
Something bad happening. Got quiet.
I think he's rolling all the attacks
Yeah,
on
I'm
us. I
trying to
didn't
think
think there'd
what
that many.
We're all
Dude.
dying.
So he's gonna come out and fire another magic missile at you, Galathon, and hit you for 5 more points. And so
Is that one of these guys down here?
our guy here will try one more time to tackle his target and miss. And so, Haddock, what do you wish to do?
I think I will like another shot at this one. Somehow he managed to evade me earlier. Yeah, this guy is good. All I know is this guy is freaking good. This time I'll try hitting him with my weapon next time, maybe.
And so, Galathon, what do you wish to do?
Is this the one that shot me with the magic missiles?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run up and attack him.
Okay. And that is a miss.
I don't think I have the movement to get over there, do I?
No.
Nope. Okay. But I have movement to get here, so.
So, Myrna, what do you wish to do?
I try to attack this one. Also with my bow.
Okay, you'll be firing into melee. That means you roll to hit, and then we randomly determine who you hit. Okay, you missed with the first arrow. You missed with the second arrow. Okay. Ragnar, what do you wish to do?
Move over here and attack this dude.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Takes care of him.
Good.
Serenol, what do you wish to do?
Can I move over here and attack? What's the squares again? Are they 5 foot?
No,
How many squares
they're
do we
3
move?
feet.
3
You can
feet.
move up to 8. And
Okay.
still attack.
Oh,
Typically,
okay.
4 is your move base.
All right, cool.
That's a miss.
I just swing some air at him.
Okay, Ted.
you say me?
Yes, I did.
Did I see the flash, the magic? Where I'm at?
Lee, I don't know. You saw Galathon go. You probably saw Galathon run that way.
Okay, I'll do a full move that direction. About 8, 1, 2, 7, 8. Okay. As
Okay.
far as I can move.
And you can move up to 16.
Okay, I'm gonna run over next to him then.
Okay.
Sit right about here. Okay.
Okay. But it's just when you go beyond 8, you're running. So you just can't do anything else. And it affects your AC. Not hugely, but some.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's gone. And it is initiative.
Everybody gonna do it? All right.
Myrna's not doing it anymore.
I ain't taking
I
the
was
blame
waiting
this
on-
time.
Yeah, I was waiting to let Myrna do it so we could blame her, but you get to blame me.
Huh.
Turner was rolling, so I let him roll.
Low is good for initiative in this game, right? Or is it high?
You want to roll low.
Okay.
So they miss, and it's Alphon, yours.
My attack.
Yep.
There you
AC
go.
1 for 10 damage.
Okay. And down he goes.
Ah.
And Haddock. Haddock.
I came run over here to help and whack.
Trying to find the roll on my sheet instead of my macro. Maybe that'll give me better luck.
Okay. And that's a miss.
It got better though. I'm getting closer. 4 or 5 more rounds, and I should be able to hit this thing.
So Theranol.
I guess I'm gonna swing again.
Okay. That's a miss. Ragnar.
That's a miss. A little buddy grapple him.
Okay. So Myrna, what would you like to do?
I will. Sorry, I was waiting. I was eating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still not seen any.
Okay. It's initiative.
Oh, me?
Oh,
about me?
I can go more than 8.
Yeah. You can move up to 16.
16. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. Oh, okay. There's no one here.
Skip me.
Oh, sorry, Ted. What do you want to do?
That guy looks like he's the caster. He looks pretty dead now, probably, right?
Well, you really can't see him, but think that if there was a caster, that would probably be where he was.
I'm stepping over there.
Okay.
That I guess over here. He looks like dead, just mostly dead.
Yeah.
Shoot. I don't see anything else over there.
A lantern, a little
Okay.
table with some scrolls on it.
Oh. There's scrolls where?
And there's a little table, little like reading table here on the end of this bookshelf. I mean, there's tons of scrolls and books in the bookshelf.
I don't see anything living.
Okay. And so, I'm going to roll initiative.
Take it, Haydak. Oh,
So Haydak, he hits you for a point of damage. And you can take your attack. That's a miss.
I am getting warmer though.
Yes, you are. And the Theranol.
Try this again.
That's
And I did even better this time.
Ragnar.
What was that you said last time, Mirna? We have a fan going?
You guys just thought it was me. This kobold's flinchy.
Yeah,
Okay, so
we're
this guy
creating.
starts in, this time he comes in behind all your blows, and he's paying that guy's paying his attention to you guys, and he's able to tackle him and bring him to the ground.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna bring you guys out of initiative. And so he's already got
I'm gonna
this
start
guy
searching through the scrolls.
behind his back. Bobbin, you come wandering in. Okay.
We start looking around a little freely or
You
no?
get 100 XP for that one.
Okay.
Everybody?
Yep. Okay, so what do you guys wish to do?
I'm searching through these scrolls. If there's anything that looks magical.
Can we find any hidden doors?
Okay, give me a 1d6, bro.
D6? Okay. 2.
So Richard, I'll tell our little buddy to stay here, and I'll take the kobold back and tie him with this group in the room.
Okay.
That way he doesn't have a chance to run off.
Okay.
So these square things are bookshelves.
Yes, they are.
I'm gonna rifle
Found
through a
it
few of
dark.
them.
No, you did not find yours.
Hmm.
Okay. Ted, nothing to you on that table appears to be magical in nature.
Okay.
They do appear to be magical in context.
Oh.
You know, like thaumaturgy, the true art.
Ah, okay. So it's not magic scrolls, but it's scrolls about magic.
Correct.
Okay. I
Possibly
want to search
erase
the
this
body.
button.
Okay. So on him, you will find he's got a crossbow. He's got a dagger. He's got a
Okay.
a piece of wood, rather small and pointed, and has on one end, and it's like a black handle with the point of it being red.
Maybe a wand?
If you've ever seen one, you might think it looked like that.
Ronald, check it
There
out.
are
Yeah, I'm gonna look closer at that.
4 vials with liquid in them in his satchel.
Any kind of writing on the vials?
Nope.
Okay.
Only ever 3 of them are clear, and one of them is green.
Ooh. Okay, so
And there are 2 scrolls in his pack as well. And a book.
Ooh. Probably a spell book.
That'd be cool. Well, if it's got something good in it.
You're our only mage, Ronald.
Am I?
I think so, yeah.
yeah, I'll take that. I'll go over to him. And I'll hand him the book and show him the 2 scrolls and see if he knows what those are. Do those look interesting? And the 4 vials, and ask him if he can see if he can tell what those are.
Okay, so the vials, you have no idea. I mean, they are some type of liquid. You probably feel they're probably magical because of the type of the fact it's in a good glass jar that's sealed, and a mage is carrying them around. But that other than that, you wouldn't have any idea. You don't even know if the fact that one's green and 3 are white mean you've got 3 of one and 1 of another, or just 4 different things here, and just one of them happens to be green.
Cool.
The 2 scrolls you can definitely read. The first scroll is, make sure that's the one is mirror image, and one is spider climb.
Okay.
And did you give him the spell book as well?
I gave him the spell book.
Okay.
Well, I do have read magic and detect magic, I think. They're just not memorized right now.
So the spell book contains magic missile. I think you would probably expect to find there.
Right on.
Push. Right.
What was that last one?
Right. WRITE. Find familiar. Sleep. And light.
Cool.
Okay. So scrolls. How I handle those, I don't think you've run across any of those before. Obviously, you can use them to read and cast, or given, a couple of days in town with magic ink and everything you need, you can copy them over into your spell book.
Right on.
Then when he finishes with those, looking at those, I'm gonna hold out the stick and ask him if he knows what this thing is.
Again, you know enough to be pretty sure that it's a wand. You would have no idea what it is.
If and when we break camp, I could always memorize detect magic, and we could check everything, and if we have to.
No.
But it looks like a wand, yeah, right?
Well, detect magic you could definitely do.
Did I say other? I thought I said
detect magic is just going to verify that
It'll
it's
glow.
magical. It won't tell you what it is.
So Richard, I'm not sure how you do wands. Do you do wands that you have to figure out the right word for it?
Oh, I don't really. I mean, no.
Okay, so
I
it
figure
doesn't.
out if you figure out what it is, or if you want to just take it and use it, you can.
Okay.
I mean, that's to me. Think about that. How many words are there? If
No,
I,
I get it.
as a DM, I either have to make it where you figure out what the word is, or you can never figure out what the word is because
Right,
they.
right.
I mean, so it's like kind of an unbreakable code if I don't just. So no, I don't do that.
Yeah. Now the way another DM I've done with before is that's why I was asking because I can speak Kobold, so I'd say, "What did he say before Galathon got hit?" And because I can understand it, I can say, "Oh, this is the word, guys." That's all I was going for. The other guy does it, but I get it. That's cool. I'm good.
Yeah. So, um, so yeah, you can play around with it. Just hope it isn't like opening the gates of like a summon type 12 demon or something.
So can I get my buddy to come follow us back in here so we're all together again? He doesn't run off.
Sure, I'm just gonna leave him out there
Okay.
physically because
I just don't want to lose him.
so yeah, each of these rectangles, these are massive bookshelves, and they are full of books and scrolls. It's kind of dusty. Um, there's on the end of each of them, there's a little, a little shelf that I guess you use as a reading desk or a place to stash books that you're not wanting to return to the shelves yet. And on each of those, there is a number of books and scrolls. They range in topic for those of you that can read if you're interested. Generally, are more about magic and types of magic and things of that nature. There's a few on, natural history and monsters and those types of things. That, probably some on the stars and planets and things of that nature.
Is there by chance anyone that you can? I'm trying to look for is one that will tell us what those monsters in the other room were.
I mean, you'd have to. There's nothing like laying on a shelf that's like,
Right.
oh, the Book of Monsters in the Dungeon type of thing. And you're not even really sure how it's even organized in here. I mean,
Okay.
if somebody's library and they could, libraries didn't all run on the Dewey system
Yep.
back then.
Haha.
So, I mean, you can take time and spend time in the library and try to glean anything you wish to glean, but it'll take time.
Right.
Yeah.
We can ask him to try to show us what to look for a book on demons, and then several of us can look through there for that symbol. If you want to do
That's
that.
good.
Ask who? One of the one captive, or because we killed the wizard?
No, the guy who knows Cobalt.
Oh, the books aren't in Kobold.
Or whatever language they're in.
They're in various languages. Most are in the language of ours, Magica, but some are in Common and other ancient tongues of learning.
But it doesn't look like there's any doors out of this room. Is that what we see?
You
Is
have
that not
not
a
found.
hallway?
Didn't Myrna check for secret doors already?
Yep.
So that's not a hallway to the north and south?
I think it's all just closed with the book, 3 different bookshelves.
Yep.
There are any books for range interests like animals, forest animals, and
Well, you said there was some on that.
mesmerines, or
Well, there definitely are some
plants.
on nature in the sample books that are out. You guys would have to, again, just, how much time do you want to put into it, and spend the time, and we'll see what you find.
When we first came in, I was trying to say that I'd like to actually take a look around and thoroughly search the bookshelves while everybody else is doing whatever. Unless they're helping.
I think a couple of hours would be nice, especially because we have a maid between us.
Ragnar's not too bright, so he'll look around for scrapes and for doors real quick.
You can hold the light.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hold the light for them.
Haha.
Maybe I'll go out and talk to the massive kobolds out there and find out what that thing was we ran away from.
That would be good. Maybe they might know.
Yeah. I'll do that. I'll go out here while you guys be all smart. He's just a dwarf, right? And read, he bangs on things.
Dwarfs are smart in their own way.
Okay, so
Not this one.
so how long are you gonna do this research?
I'll just
I
do
think
an
2
hour.
hours is
Oh,
enough.
2?
2
All right,
hours? Okay.
I'll go with it.
So 2 of you, 1 for each hour basically. Give me a D20 roll.
I'll let the wizard do one.
Oh,
Okay. And then so after the 2 hours, you found Myrna a couple of different books, one on trees and one on animals of the jungle.
Are there any jungles around here? Do we even know what that is?
Well, no, but you probably all heard tales of far off distant lands in the south with on the southern islands where strange creatures dwell in a place where there's never a winter.
Your mom
And
told you of a
What happened? Hello?
yes,
Oh, I thought I lost everybody.
Mm.
No, we're here.
And so, in all of this searching, Theranol,
Yeah.
you found a book on identify. And if you were to take this book and you study it thoroughly and spend some time over it, you would be able to, you should be able to write an identify spell for yourself. It'll take some time.
Cool. I'll research it.
And you also found one that the keys to invisibility and the detection of invisibility. And again, it looks like this one would over time give you the ability to develop both of those spells.
Cool. Yeah, I'll make some time to research when we go back to town.
Okay. And if anybody had anything, boys, those were the ones that voiced something they might be interested in the form of a book. Speak now.
Boban
What?
also make a D20. He got 19.
Okay.
I've been trying to think of what kind of a book I would be looking for.
Ragnar will look for a picture book on fighting.
That's good.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Sure. Oh, hey, if I can roll a dice for it, what the heck? Look for a picture book.
No.
You gotta have some fun.
Yeah, you do find one with some pictures of people fighting in it, and you think it.
I might be interested in.
There you go. I'll tuck it away from my. I'll tuck it away to help me sleep at night.
Right.
What?
I might be interested in one on herbalism.
Okay. I would let you find one of those. Okay, that would be in here.
If I can get some kind of boost on helping people heal.
Yeah, it's a strange book called the Apothecary's Cookbook.
That's
Anyone else?
Any book on like poisonous plants and that nature?
You could definitely find a book on plants. Yeah. Okay.
With a 19, did I find anything special?
No, it was like I let two people roll for the party, one for each hour, and those rolls weren't high enough to find anything really crazy. So, if anything really crazy existed in there, Okay, so what do you guys wish to do next?
I guess rejoin the rest of them.
Head back into the hall and figure out which direction we're heading. I know we don't want to go north, I guess, at the moment.
There's a door to the south.
There is? I thought somebody
Yeah.
said there wasn't any doors.
The south of that room I went
This
down.
room,
There's
the other one.
Oh, the other room.
The,
Okay.
this 16.
I'll bring the rabble on down this way. That is a door, right, Richard? That I thought was just symbol
Yeah,
for a
there's
door.
a door.
I'm gonna snuff out the light as we leave.
Bring it.
What kind of light is it? Is it a lantern or a torch? Or a
They
candle?
are lamps. It is a classic oil lamp. It is.
Is it attached or
Nope.
is it sitting there?
It's movable. You know,
Oh,
it's
okay.
like one of those the Middle Eastern ones. You know, the kind of like a
Genie lamp
squatty
from the old
squat
time?
pitcher with a wick hanging out of the end of it, burning.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll grab that and bring it.
I think there's two. You can grab them both. I'll hold one.
You grab one. I don't really want it myself, but I'll bring it in and give it to the group. See who else
Okay.
wants to carry it. Who else wants it?
I mean, I got the whole rabble with me, so I'm not moving real quick and in the front, so I'll hold it.
Okay. Then I'll go down to that door without the lantern.
Oh. Want me to grab that lantern, Richard, or just know we have it?
Yeah, here, grab the lantern and control bud.
Can I grab it?
Uh-oh.
Want me to go in there?
Well, not too far. Okay.
Oh, look at that. I can grab it.
Yeah, you can. I just turned it on.
There you go.
Okay, and then I'll check this. I'll check this door.
Okay. Okay, you do not find any traps.
Is it locked?
No, it is not locked.
I'll do the same. I'll edge it open just a little bit to peek inside.
Okay. You just see like a dirt path, and then beyond that, a short ways, you see what looks to be a very unhealthy hedge.
What?
We're outside.
A very unhealthy hedge.
Hedge. Okay. I'll push it on open and look around. I don't hear anything.
No, you don't hear anything. Okay, so like I said, what you're seeing looks like a dirt area with each side bounded by what were once probably lush plants, but now are just dead masses of limbs and thorns with old dead leaves clinging to them.
So we started out way underground. Are we above on the surface now?
You definitely are not above ground.
Okay.
There is you're not opening, there's no open sky, no fresh air here.
Okay. Is Galathon with us?
Yes.
Oh, you are. Okay. You can catch up.
Okay.
Can
They've
I
gone
identify
up. Yep.
those dead plants?
Yeah, they're a very common bush, typically ornamental. They use them in a lot of ornamental gardens because they're so strong, and they trim them up and everything.
So I guess we should look for poisonous traps because they're strong plants dead in this realm.
Well, that just means that they haven't been watered or anything. Probably. I'll step further. I'll try to move silently
Okay.
further in. If I see anything,
I mean,
I don't see anything.
you see what I've described. It goes back further, opening.
Is there like a path through the plants, or?
Well, where you're at is dirt, and where
Okay.
you see is dirt. Where your vision on the game ends is the bushes.
Oh, okay. I get it now. That's not a wall. That's the bushes. Okay.
Those are bushes. Those aren't walls.
Okay. I get it. I'm gonna go continue silently moving down, searching for traps.
Okay. So if you're moving silently, give me a roll. And if you're searching for traps, give me a roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Where did it move? Oh. Okay. Not doing too good here. I'm gonna continue on. Let me know when I need to do another roll.
Okay.
When those guys move through the door, I'll bring Horseshack and the Sweat Hogs on through.
Okay.
That's a dating if I ever heard one.
Isn't it though?
Yeah.
John Travolta's best role.
Well, go ahead and give me a couple, another set of rolls. Okay. So you do not find any trap.
I'm also not very moving very silently, am I?
As you're moving into here, you probably can make out there seems to be something flat and dark, about 2.5 feet tall in front of you.
2.5 feet tall.
Yeah, and it looks like there's the hedges behind it.
I'm gonna stop standing still
Okay.
and just stand still for a second to try to go. Using my halfling skill, try to go invisible, unnoticed.
You kind of have to have some cover to do that. Yeah.
Well, actually, in the halfling thing, it says you just have to stand still and people just lose notice of you.
Well, not in the middle of an open area. You might lay down. You got to go. There's got to be something there to aid you in that.
I'll step over here then and try to
Okay.
find there.
And blend in. That makes some sense, but just kind of stand in the middle of nowhere, hoping to be invisible. Nah.
Okay, now I'm going to try to sneak up to where whatever it is doing full hide and sneak.
Okay. And I will let you know that that's still not as good as the hide and shadows. And you get a bonus on hide and shadows because of that halfling ability. So it's already built into that.
I am trying to hide in shadows here.
Okay. Give me a hide and shadows check. As you get closer, that thing in the end looks very much like a bench, you think.
A
now.
bench.
Yep.
Okay.
Never stand when you can sit. But not in this case. We're in a dungeon.
Yeah. Don't sit if you don't need to.
Right on.
I'm gonna move on up to it and examine it. Closer. Just looks like a bench.
Well, it's a stone bench made out of some type of dark stone. It's well made, and it's I mean, you don't have any lights, so it's hard to get a whole lot of detail out of it. But it seems to be a very, very nice and you're bent over and you're looking at it, and there is the string of crossbows and 3 bolts fly at you, and 2 of them strike you, Ted. One for 6 points of damage and one for 7 points of damage.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Which direction did they come from?
One came from one came from this direction, one came from this direction, one came from this direction. And it's initiative. And they seem to come from somewhat above.
Didn't see which direction she said. The initiative D6, right?
Yep.
You know, Richard, if we cannot see your ping because you're in an area we haven't been exposed to yet, or should I be able to see your ping?
Who's saying that?
Ragnar.
You can't see it because you're not anywhere near.
Yeah, I meant just in general for myself as a player.
Yeah,
So
nah, because it's just beyond where your vision is.
okay.
Okay, and so I would say that Myrna, Hidak, and Bobbin are aware of something going on, because I'm sure I said the crossbows make some noise. Bobbin probably could even pick that out, and Ted, I would imagine, made some noise with 2 bolts digging into him for 13 points of damage.
Or 2/3 of my hit points.
I'm not saying you're pitiful, but I'm just saying that.
Oh, I'm screaming out.
Two bolts solidly hitting you, and you didn't make a bit of a
Oh, I'm screaming out.
Stunned.
So I would think that's the case. I don't know about Theranol. Theranol, give me a D20 roll.
What, am I hiding up here all by myself? Just joke.
Okay, so Theranol, you heard something down there as well. You probably heard a bit of a yelp.
Yelp.
from a halfling. And
Am I allowed to move now?
I'm just waiting to see if you're going to tell me so I can make sure that Alathon knows. He's in here with me.
Well, I'm yelling back and letting them know that something's going on down here.
All right.
Okay.
I'll tie the kobolds to this statue and tell my little buddy, let's go, Horshack.
Horshack.
Okay. So 3 more bolts come in on you, Ted. And they're going to hit you for 12 more points of damage.
Do I not get to move first? I don't get a chance to move first?
It's a simultaneous, so you will get a chance to move, but it's
as he's hitting the floor.
I got
what?
One. I got one. Initiative.
Yes, but someone already rolled a 2 for initiative before you rolled that 1.
Oh, that okay.
Who rolled it?
They get to shoot before I can. They get to load and shoot a crossbow before I can take off running.
It's simultaneous. They're going to get their shots off regardless, and I just wanted to get it out of the way so you'd know what happened.
I was going to run around the corner here.
Okay, but it's simultaneous. You're not going to be able to get out of their range before they can fire. I mean, I don't really know that you can get out of their range before they fired.
I can move 16. That's 80. What? 80 feet? Can I see 80 feet in the dark?
Well, but they're firing as you're starting to run or whatever is happening. they're going to get theirs off. It's when it's a simultaneous, they get their attack on you.
I just don't see how me getting hit with the crossbow bolt and they're able to load the crossbow and shoot me before I can take off running. I guess I'm
Okay.
dead.
Because you guys are moving on the same phase. I guess you were just slow. It realized it making a decision to run based on the initiative roll because it is a simultaneous round. So they get the fire, they get to shoot at you.
Yeah, both
you
people got a 2.
Are you just down or are you at -10?
I'm at -4.
Well, we might be able to get there
We
to you.
can fix you.
They just peppered me.
Yeah, they did.
Boromir.
As I said, you can move because it is a simultaneous round. But as you're running away, the bolts are hitting you. So you can move yourself at least 8 back.
Does I see the attackers?
They definitely are coming from above. You can tell that much.
Like from the sky.
Elevated position somewhere.
But it's a trap that keeps sending arrows, or I see some eyes, little people.
Okay, so Ted, what are you going to do?
I guess I'm down.
I told
can
you
run.
Run backward.
you'll
yank
be
you out.
down at the end of the turn, but you can move.
You can
But
move and
You can move up. You can move up to 8 squares.
What's that?
Run
You
back
can
towards
move
me,
up to 8 squares.
and I'll pull you out.
I thought it was 16 at a full run.
Well, because of the fact you got shot down, you're not getting a full run. But
The arrows took your breath.
yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Run back towards there, and I'll pull you out of here.
Well, he did
I
run
was
back.
trying to run around the corner
Okay.
here.
Oh, it's as far as you got.
Okay. So you see Theranol running back, and suddenly he goes down. Bolts protruding from him. You saw the last couple of bolts hit into him. Okay, Myrna, what do you wish to do?
I run back because I'm not seeing anything, isn't it?
Do you want to take a moment to look?
Yes.
Okay, so give me a d20 roll. Okay, so you're looking and you see little bits of heat in each of those locations. And now you can move up to 8 squares if you wish to.
I can use my
Or
bow
you can take one bow shot.
like this one.
Okay? You can shoot at that one. Now it's going to be at a disadvantage because you've got a very vague idea of where it is. You know, you aren't really seeing it. You just see a little bit. But go ahead and take your shot. And your arrow goes out somewhere into the bushes beyond.
Yeah.
You only got one shot. because you had to take time to try and locate.
Oh, I don't have my two?
No.
Oh, that's sad.
Okay. Haddock, what do you wish to do?
Do I have enough time or close enough that I could take a couple steps forward and cast a cure light on him?
Yes. Or you can do a bandage on him if you preferred.
How long does it take to do a bandage, or is that just like a single round action?
Yep.
Oh, well, then I'll bandage him first, and then 'cause
Okay.
I don't know how bad off he truly is, other than some arrows sticking out of his chest.
Okay.
There you go.
So
Apparently,
there
my
you go.
back.
That's 4 back, but you're still going to be down.
Put some corks in those holes.
Call me Chevy Chase. If anybody gets that reference.
Yes, I get it.
And
You got it?
Okay, Bobbin, what do you wish to do?
Oh, I'm gonna move down closer to Myrna here.
Okay.
I'll just do my 8.
Okay. As you're coming up, go ahead and give me a d20 roll. Okay, you're not able to spot what you kind of see which direction she shot, but you aren't seeing anything.
Okay.
And
Can I tell him where to shot?
if you wish to kind of try and point him that direction, that'll help him. But with that roll, he's not going to see it this turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So clear and all, you hear noise. You realize definitely there's something going on. So what do you wish to do?
I'm going to advance down as far as I can go.
Okay, you can move up to 16.
Yeah. Can I move my first 8 and take a look?
Sure.
Or do I have to denote that I'm running a charge?
It's not a charge, but if you want to move 8 and look, you can.
Can't see nothing.
Yeah,
All right,
you're
I'll
not
move the
you're not
rest.
gonna be able to see anything from that distance. So if you want to go ahead and move the other 8, you can. I won't. I will.
There we
Okay.
go.
And Ragnar.
Either rabble to the statue and tell Rorschach, let's go, and I'll move 8, look, and then figure out the next 8.
Okay.
Should get me to
Can
here.
go
Oops. I'll leave
the
the
dungeon dwarf to see if we are shooting in his friends, and he can say, "Hey, you can stop and come here."
they are crossbows. I mean, he had a crossbow, so I guess it's plausible.
Galithon. What do you wish to do? Galithon?
Hello, Galithon.
Yeah. Where's the NPC healer?
There is no NPC healer.
Who is this here?
That is the slaver.
Okay.
And it's initiative.
You even see where they are, that Thurno?
Oh yeah. I don't see anybody.
You won't.
Just us.
So, Myrna, what do you wish to do?
All for the slaver.
You went to what?
See if these are your friends.
She wants me to see if what's his name again, Daro, can call out and see if these are his buddies. I'll call out. Are you friends of Daro's?
So that's what you guys are going to do this turn?
That's what I'll do to help out.
Okay.
That's a free action to
So-
call out.
I'm waiting for the answer, but I'm also use my bow.
Okay. Take your shots. Okay.
Do we have a healer right now?
Yes. Haddock.
He's off in the
There
distance.
is a yelp from the direction you shot that bow in, that arrow in. Okay, so Bobbin, go ahead and give me a d20 roll. Okay, you
Better.
definitely notice there's something over there. You see where she's shooting, and you see that, and then you also notice that there's something down here that's very similar to it.
Okay. Okay, I'll move down a spot or two so I don't shoot Myrna.
So you can move one and still
Okay.
get 2 shots off.
All right, I'll shoot at the one that's over here.
Okay.
Get my sheet out here real quick.
Okay.
Nice.
Get something.
And yeah, you really got
Right.
a squill with that one.
Nice.
Do I need a second shot?
You don't know.
Oh, okay. I'll take another one anyways, since I can.
Okay.
Not
That
as
one,
good.
pretty sure you didn't get anything with that one. Okay. Haddock, what do you wish to do this turn?
Okay, now as I did first aid and such, how bad does he look to me? Like he's still critical condition, lights out, that type of thing.
You can tell that you've got him where he's you can come back and finish him up later.
Okay. And then everybody up in front of me is just exchanging arrow fire.
And anytime you bandage, that'll stop any bleed out, even if you just get a 1.
All right. And I see the people in front of me just actually just doing the shootout with arrows and such.
They're shooting arrows down that direction.
Well, I hate to bring a sword to an arrow fight. But I do have that cool crossbow and a sling, so I will exchange for, I'll just say my sling because that's the only thing I got on my rolls right now.
Okay.
And then advance forward to when I can see where they're shooting at and chuck a rock.
Okay. So
They-
come on up and go ahead and give me a d20 roll. You won't be able to get a shot off this round, but I'll let you do your looking.
Because I'm gabbing my stuff and everything, so
You're still lost. You're not sure what they're shooting at or where they're seeing anything. Okay, Theranol,
Yeah.
what do you wish to do?
I think I'm going to cast a spell.
What spell would that be?
I'm going to fire upward in towards the ceiling area about right here. And it'll be sleep.
Okay. Very good.
Okay.
Ragnar, what are you doing?
I will come out here and call up like Myrna asked me to. Although they're not going to want to play nice, but I'll do it.
Okay.
And then if my little heat vision can make me see where they are, I'll prepare a bow for next round.
Okay. And Galathon, what do you wish to do?
Excuse me. I am. You said Hadak is our priest right now?
Yep.
Alright, so I'm just gonna come up to Hadak and just say Hadak and like show him my wounds. I probably have like 2 magic missile bullet holes and some bite marks and
That's a minor bruising there.
yes, I'm half dead. Thanks.
I guess I'll have to wait till next round to slap him with a heel.
Okay.
Can I use my large body though to at least shield him from any incoming arrow fire since he's that bad and he's now in the line of fire?
Yeah.
All right.
And so with that, you guys are out of initiative. No incoming fire.
There we go.
All right. Well then I will go ahead and give you a cure light wounds. Give you a bandage and then a cure light wounds.
And outside of combat, killer wounds are maxed?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
So 8 plus a D4.
Do I roll that or you?
Either or, don't bother me.
All right.
Okay.
How
bad you still look?
Oh, you can't see my green bar. I'd say still about 2/3 dead. I mean 2/3 alive.
All right, I'll burn the last first level slot I have and give you another cure.
Okay. I don't know what else you have. Ted's gonna need something.
I have 3 second level slots.
Oh, okay.
So I'll use one of those to burn to cure him. So he'll get 8 hit points back.
8. Okay.
That brings me up to conscious.
We're out of initiative.
Seeing those hit farms, the both.
Yeah, you still see them. They're laying. They're motionless.
Might have sleeped them.
You'll see them.
Does they answer back after we said about Daryl? I think the slaver.
I mean, if I can see where they are, I'll take Horshack up there. I just don't know where they are.
I mean, he'll go up there with you. He doesn't really understand what your thoughts are, but whatever.
I mean, are they kobolds? I'll give them to him. If I'm just making sure they're not his guys, and then we have to fight him.
I mean, he's like you guys. He can tell you was enough, pointing it out to him. Oh yeah, there's definitely someone laying up there or something, a body up there in the upper reaches of the bushes there.
Can we get to the body, or can we not get to it?
I mean, you'd have to get up. You can't from the ground just reach up. They're back a little, but you could. If you go over in that area, you could get someone up there to get to them.
Oh, so it's actually up into the bushes itself, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I'll take him over there. I'll go do that. I'm not sure which direction it is.
Just down.
It's
I mean,
in here.
Okay. Yeah, if it's a kobold, we'll tie him up and I'll give him to Daro.
Okay.
I think it's there.
There's like one here and one is here. And so yeah, that's what however
Okay.
you guys want to do it, you have to get a second person up. But yeah, there's a couple of kobolds asleep in the top of those bushes.
Okay. And I don't know if I'm small enough to climb up there, but I'll try it. Unless we need a halfling.
I mean, you can get him up there. It'll
Okay.
take. I mean, someone
Yeah.
could climb up there as well. I guess.
Yeah, we'll do that and
Get him
give him
down.
to Darrow, and he's got
I'm
more.
an elf. I can climb.
Is he digging the hall we're giving him?
Oh yeah. He's much happier. He's like, why didn't you use one of those before? We could have gotten 4, 5 of them.
Limited use, my friend. Limited use.
Same thing as usual on the kobolds, axes and crossbows and a little talon thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So no real money or anything, just that stuff.
Yep, just that stuff.
Okay.
Did you guys gank him or are we tying him up?
So we're tying him up and putting him back with the others, I guess.
Okay.
Like I said, we're giving him a haul. He's going to be king of the slave boys, I guess, which I feel kind of bad about. I wish we had a reason to whack him.
But it's just kobolds, so.
Yeah, they're kobolds, and they tried to kill me. So.
Yep.
I'm tempted to slit their throats, but.
Oh, you can if you want. All right.
You get too many, they might start plotting and planning and overthrow
that's
you.
true.
But it's banked XP. We'll get it later.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that attitude.
Got that?
Are there XPs you want to hang on that one there, Richard, or no?
Oh. Oh, 100 XP on that one. One thing you notice when you get to the one that's dead, those scales have grown over his eyes and he sprouted a third eye in the center of his forehead.
Nice.
Cyclops kobold?
I got to step away for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
After he was dead?
No. I mean, I guess you wouldn't know, but I don't think you would think it just happened suddenly after he died.
Okay.
Because you didn't see him while he was alive.
Okay. But the others aren't that way?
No.
So it appears from that those hedges have just made a dead end. Is that correct?
Yep.
What about the bench?
The bench. Was that a bench?
There's a bench.
Yeah,
there
that's
that-
bench.
I stepped out to look at the bench and they shot me.
Can I sort of hack through some of this hedge to see what's on the other side of the hedge?
Sure.
I'll take my little axe and I'll see if I can make a quick little path just to get a look.
Oh. These the wood on this stuff is very hard, very resilient. It's very hard work, but you're making some progress. But you're also not seeing anything that gives you any indication that this is a short distance.
Okay. This seems maybe massively overgrown and take a long time, huh?
Yeah, you would.
Can we do the Bilbo thing and have someone climb up to the top and see if they can look over?
I mean, I will say when you guys were getting the bodies out of there,
Yeah.
you didn't see another side.
Okay.
You saw hedges out as far as you could discern.
Okay. Well, guys, you want to go back through the pink people? I don't know if we're at a dead end or.
Look at examine that bench more closely. Got to be something to it. Why would anybody have just a bench sitting there?
I'll do the little dwarfy stone thing on the bench.
Excuse me.
Oh, D6 for my dwarf stone stuff.
Can I check the area for like secret passages or doors or something?
Sure. The bench, it's probably human made. It's not. It's a reasonably decent level of skill deployed on it, but it's nothing special to you.
Alrighty.
Looks like a bench, a stone bench you would find in some rich person's garden type of thing.
I'm gonna examine, look for secret doors around the bench. Secret.
Darn all, you didn't find any. Neither did you, Ted.
I'm a little woozy still.
Well, boys.
Guess we're going back.
Heading back?
Yes, I guess there's no doors in room full of bushes.
All right. Here's the good thing. We got Horseshack and 6 kobolds to distract whatever these things are.
Yeah, how's he gonna get those through there? That's a good question.
We don't. We can just let them go in that room and they'll go after them and we run away.
Oh boy.
I'll wait for Richard to bring Horseshack and the gang.
Where am I at? Oh, I'm there. I'm not yellow anymore. I'm not yellow anymore.
He's supposed to be yellow.
You got a yellow dot on me for being down.
Okay, I'll remove it.
I think in this next room, there was a door to the right that we did not go through.
Yes, there was.
We want to.
There was also 2 slime guys.
Yeah, the pink guys.
I thought they were bloody guys or fire guys, something like that.
Do we want to?
My arrow just entered someone
think they moved very slow,
The arrow.
so we
They
could
were
try to
slow.
two-step around them if you guys
So,
want.
so I guess we can run through them if they are not making a stakeout in this door.
Just wonder where they're hiding at now.
Mhm,
Or if they're just right behind the door for us to waiting for us to open the door. Well, there's
mhm.
nowhere else they can go. They're coming back this way.
I wish they are not smart.
I'm curious what Richard's setting up for us.
Who is Richard?
That's funny.
Okay, so yes.
There we go. There's Horseshack and the Sweat Hogs.
Send the meat shields through first.
That's what I was saying. We can send the Sweat Hogs through first, and pink guys will go after them. And maybe Darrow will try to save them to keep his slaves, and then we can sort of get rid of him and keep his stuff.
And slavery is bad, but running them into their own deaths and keeping their stuff, that's fine.
Exactly. I'm chaotic.
Kobolds are bad too. So it's an impasse.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with this. A little bit of chaos never hurt nobody.
Well, not for long anyway.
Ha.
All right, well, someone's got to open the door if I'm going to try to shove these guys through.
I grab the door and pull it open.
Is that what we want to do? We want to shove those guys through, and then do we want to leave, or do we want to go through that right door?
Where's the right door at? Well, we
To
can
the
find
right.
the right door. I can't find it.
Are you like sneaking on your side?
I'm moving up the side.
Oh, just my recollection. There was a right door. I could be dead wrong.
I remember one.
No, there was. I
Yeah,
remember.
there was.
We decided to go south first.
Yes, because they
I
are
guess the door
going
is open. We
fast
should
to the
be
right.
acting unless we want pink guys to come through.
Okay, so who's going through?
I'm going to take
She's
the.
brave.
Oh, I guess Myrna's going through.
I'm there. Not seeing anything, guys.
Are they still
Okay.
in there, Myrna?
Has moved in. Anybody
I don't
else
know what
going?
she's saying.
I did.
I'm not seeing anything.
I'll
for now.
I'll take the Sweat Hogs and drag them in here, and if those guys come after us, let them loose as a distraction.
As I recall, they came out of the post. They may have gone back into the post, waiting for us.
That wouldn't be so bad.
Not if they're waiting for us.
So let's boogie over to that door, man.
Okay,
Yeah, there's a door to the
Where
right.
are they?
stop.
Where you want us?
Stop and let us roll initiative.
This is I enter
Okay.
the room.
So
We'll take Myrna's.
So, what you see, Myrna, as you get up there,
Where's the pink guys?
as you approach that column, you guys will see like that pink liquid just kind of oozing out of the stone and then forming into this kind of melty man. And you guys won. So, Myrna, what are you doing?
That's what I figured.
So people,
All of
you're
them.
going running, or you're going to try the door?
Door to the right. Just run and try to smash your way through it. Don't worry about me going through. Any trap that's on there is not going to be as bad as getting one of those things on you.
Okay, so let's run.
You guys want to go to the right now? It seems like that's the line we cross. We bring them out.
4,
Yeah.
5, 6,
Okie dokie.
8,
Well,
9.
I think that's the direction
Grab
they're.
the door.
And you can hit the
Bubblegum
door
Brothers.
open, but that's going to be kind of the end of your movement.
I can try open the door.
I said you can knock the door open, but that's it. That's your movement.
Okay.
So there's a door. She gets it open. There's a hallway
There's a
beyond,
corridor over here.
and Ragnar, what are you doing?
If we're going through, then yeah, I'll drag the sweat hogs and let them go about. I'll let them go pretty much where I am to distract these guys, and I'll go through the door. And if Doro wants to stay with them, that's his choice.
And Haddock, what's your pleasure?
Besides the PTSD from these things, I think I'm going to try to make my way around it this way and then head that way.
Okay. And Theranol?
Yeah, I'm gonna run up and around.
Okay.
Actually, I can move 16, so I would
Yeah, that's
only
what I
moved
did.
8. So can I move 16 just to get everybody in here? Richard?
Yep, everybody can move up to 16 except for Myrna, since she was opening the door. That was half of her.
I mean, I go through her square.
Yeah, you can.
So I'm screaming and I just like bump her into the side of the door jam as I run through.
I just don't want to create a traffic jam.
Okay, Ted?
I'm running through the door. I think I can get
Okay.
just barely through it.
Galathon?
You with us, Galathon?
Yeah.
I'm just okay. And Bobbin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stick around.
Okay.
So Richard, did
16.
So why are these kobolds wrenching?
They're sick.
What does the
they
wrench
left
mean?
him as bait?
It means they got shackles on them.
Oh,
That was the best I could come up with. There wasn't really anything that was
Okay.
better for it.
So Richard, is Darrow following us, or did he go the other direction?
He went the other direction.
Okay. That means we got rid of him, guys, and we got to keep all of his stuff.
Okay.
Took the kobolds the other direction.
And it's initiative.
Uh-oh.
That means they're probably coming after her. She didn't get through the door.
She won initiative, though. That's good.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you guys can get through the door and slam it shut if you wish.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Hopefully we get 2 more wishes.
I don't know how we're going to get back out of here. That's my only thing.
We'll just do the same thing. We'll take off running right between them.
Someone close those doors.
All right.
Let's just hope we didn't go into their family's house.
It seems like they're just protecting that one room, that one spot. So if we need to go back that way, we can just run past between the columns and take off to the opposite side.
Oh, head. There's a door below me. I think.
Oh, with it moving.
Also
There.
a door over
We're
here.
going. Yeah.
I don't know what's north of us. Looks like a little tiny hallway.
I'm going to actively search around the area.
I'll check the door. If it'll move.
What's that black line? Does everybody see that?
Yeah, I'm not sure
No.
what that is.
What black line?
Right at the top of Haydek's head.
Yeah. Just ignore the. It's a door. It's the door.
Oh.
Okay.
Find the button. Oh.
Follow the left wall, it would be the upper one first.
No traps on this door?
Mm.
Is the door locked?
Okay, then choose the salt passage.
Hmm.
Oh, by the way, I found a token marker called Chained Heart. It's literally a heart with chains around it. I don't know. You could probably use it for being bound or something.
Ah. Okay.
And then there's also this padlock one. Could mean being locked up or something.
Yeah. It could be.
Here's the one Ted should have had last time.
What's that?
Oh,
That's the
arrowed.
one, that's the arrows in the back. That's the one you should have used last time, Ted.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay. So, you guys think you're gonna go through the bottom one?
yeah, I checked for traps. I got a 69, and I was checking to see if it was locked.
69.
There are no traps, and it isn't locked. I said there are no traps, and it isn't locked.
I'm sorry.
So,
Okay,
That's
I'll
word.
step back. I'll step back. It's not locked.
okay. Yeah, let's just do this. Okay.
I'm
So,
still hurt. I ain't opening it. I'm still hurt.
I open it.
You go.
there we go.
Kaboom.
I curse to you, Ted.
The trap goes
What's that?
off.
What'd
You all wake up dead.
I curse to you. If there's no traps, there's no traps. I just believe.
Okay.
Looks like the room's a trap.
Yay, there's
Jesus
a
saves.
on
The rest of
here.
you
When
die
they see
from the
you, it's
trap.
initiative.
Yay.
More
Them first.
kobolds.
No.
Die.
Yeah, those more kobolds or those arrows people?
Kobolds.
More kobolds.
Okay.
Looks like they got pizza in their hands.
Oh, they got pizzas? Oh man.
What is pizza?
I hear really bad things about kobold pizza.
They found
Yeah,
a
me
Cobalt
too.
Pizzeria.
Guy runs over this direction,
I'm sorry.
and he runs past the red curtain on the wall. As he does so, he grabs it and pulls it open.
And what do I see?
What do you see?
That's a
What-
good question. What
what-
do we see?
What don't you see?
That's what kills you.
Dragon.
What?
Oh,
A dragon.
This contract's over. I'm out of here.
Mm, yeah.
You need
it's a
Arna,
dragon. Yay.
Theranol,
Yes.
Haydak, and Ted
Huh?
to give me
Die.
to give me a save versus breath weapon.
Are you this?
Oh
is it a dragon?
Lord. Oh Lord. Well, there's more than one thing that can.
Fire leaps and no, there's not a dragon back there. But when he pulled that curtain open, all you could see was a doorway in the wall that was full of fire, and fire just shot out of it. And as you're doing this, you realize there's scorch marks to the door all the way to here, and the fire is belching across that whole thing, and it comes pouring out that door at you guys. Because this is a physical attack, you do get to add your dex defense bonus to your saving throw. But give me a breath weapon saving throw.
Which bonus did we add to it? Is that
Your
under
saving
modifier?
throw,
Dex.
take off of your debt, take off of your AC, but it's positive. It's not a negative. It's positive. So
Oh, add a 2 then, since I got a -2.
I probably failed. I don't know.
Galadon, you are not in the.
I don't think he called for you, Sir Galahad.
I did.
Oh, not me. Okay.
I thought he just called those 4 guys over there.
Yes.
So far, everybody's doing. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Did I do that right?
I do not have mods because I didn't know about those.
I got a 23 on my save.
Wow.
Well, I added the 2.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have a +4.
Well, I don't
Savings
understand the numbers.
are constitutional thing.
No,
It should be on your sheet.
saves are just saves in first edition. They're
So is
based on
it that number and under, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No.
you saved with your +2,
you want to
dude.
be above that.
You want to be
Oh.
above the number
Oh, it's
for
different. Okay.
saves. Yeah. It's not an ability check.
I think since you're multi-classed, you get to take the best one, which for you would probably be a
Was the
magic
mage.
user. Yeah, so you made it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, actually, sometimes magic user isn't the best, but
It depends on what it's for. Actually, fighters tend to have the best breath save.
At
They
higher
do
levels, they do. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Good job, guys.
okay.
Now, is this like Backdraft where it goes and then it calms down, or is it just constantly coming across?
Oh, let me see. No,
Don't
it
give them
just
ideas.
one big blast of fire. The curtain flies back into place, and so.
Oh. Question is, by how much did I get roasted?
Actually, Galathon, you were not included in the group.
Yeah, they told me already.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
So the those of you that made your saving throw,
Ooh, excuse me.
everybody but Myrna, you guys take 5 points of damage, and Myrna, you take 10.
Wow.
And
Told you to follow the left wall.
I thought I'd step back, but I'm still alive only because of that die roll.
Yep.
okay. And so that's what the movement they've made is the movement they did for this turn. And so Myrna, what are you doing?
I'm really pissed with this. I guess this is the cobalt that pulled the curtain.
Yes,
Or
that's
the-
pulled the curtain.
So I'm throwing 2 arrows. Really, really raged.
This bastard.
Can you guys hear Myrna?
Yeah.
I can.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh because I cannot hear her at all. Right back.
Well, you should listen.
Nice.
Oh, wait a minute. We're not doing it through Roll20, so that doesn't matter. God darn it. Yeah, why can't I hear her?
You can turn her up in Discord up to 200%.
Yeah.
I'm not talking, but now I'm talking. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you nail him with the second one.
Yes.
So the rest of
Pretty.
you are kind of left hanging because she's blocking the door. So anything you want to do?
I can move 1 to make space for them, at least 1.
Okay.
Hey, Richard, can I ask you to please shift ping me so because I hit refresh and now it's all black. Thank you.
Welcome.
Is this area of the hallway look charred?
No,
So the fire didn't get out this far. Okay.
no, the fire did not get out that far. I mean, a little
Okay.
of it, nothing to be more than a situation.
I'm ducking around the corner. Ow.
Okay, so Theranol, what do you wish to do? Retreat?
I don't know yet. Oh, she killed it. Can I fire at the other one that I can see right there?
Okay.
That's good.
Move at least one from. Oh, or not.
Could I still move then? Would that be the same? It's just opposite. Could I
Well,
move back one
yes.
and then not shoot?
Well, you can shoot and move back one. Okay. So that missed him. And oh, Haddock. Okay.
Haddock can't see him at all.
So Haddock, what do you wish to do?
Not get hit by fire again. That would be great.
That's why I am where I'm at.
You're retreating, huh?
I'm going to take a couple steps back because I don't see our attacker, and I don't want to get hurt.
They're far away from for the curtain. I guess we are not getting fire blast in our face again.
Yeah. All right. So since I don't see them still, I'm going to step back past the flame line. There, that looks
Okay.
safer.
Is that supposed to be the
Alone.
curtain there? That red, sticky, pointy little thing down there?
That's the red curtain.
Okay.
Okay, Galathon. Everybody else retreating. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna retreat with them, actually. Yeah. I'll just say like, pull back, pull back,
Good luck.
shoot her.
Shoot me?
No.
That's a reference.
Pull back.
But
And
I'm seeing
I'm
another curtain.
I'm gonna take cover behind the wall right here.
Okay, Bobbin, what are you gonna do?
Well, everybody's retreating. Oh, I didn't get torched where I'm at. I guess I'll hold here for right now.
Okay, Ragnar, what are you doing?
So as I understand it, where Myrna's standing, she's blocking all of us. We can't get through.
No, you
So
can't get through past her. She did step up one.
can get through now.
Yeah.
Yes, you can, but I'm
Okay,
seeing another curtain around that other corner. Don't come near me.
And
Save me
is this
for
spot
the
over
last
here?
turn.
Is anything over here charred, or does it seem like if I can get to this location, I would not be in the line of fire?
No.
Shard.
Okay, I'll back up because I don't know if I can get far enough. That's what I was thinking about. If I could get through and I could go far enough to get out of the char area, I would.
Okay.
But everybody else backed up, and yeah. Sorry, Myrna.
Yeah, save me the last round.
Everybody would have been down engaged. We could have kept them from pulling the curtain.
Easy to say when you have more than 3 hit points.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm just, that was the start of. I'm late in the order, so it's a made decision by the time it got to me.
Whose turn is it? Where are we at?
It's their turn.
It's their turn.
Oh.
I think he's deciding if they pull the curtain again.
Well,
The one next to the curtain's dead.
if it is a dragon,
No.
we do have a little while before it can breathe again. But
So I think
We
it's all-
lost
take
the
it twice?
initiative, so we need to roll another initiative.
Yeah,
you're still in
Toronto.
combat.
You
I
moved the
think it's
wrong
the
way,
dragon.
Toronto.
What was that?
You
So,
moved the
Myrna?
wrong way.
Why?
These guys over here,
Curtain's down here.
each one of them grab one half of the curtain and pull it open, and all you see is blue, and then the wind hits you. And I need you to give me another
but-
breath weapon save.
But
Uh-oh.
why?
Why?
We didn't.
Make it cone of cold. I'm thinking another breath weapon.
We lost the initiative. So
You won initiative.
We won initiative,
no.
acted, and now they're acting. And I think they're shooting cone of cold.
They got a round of surprise.
I think so. It's not showing me. It's the last initiative I'm seeing here. 3 and 5.
Okay. Yep. No, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. Okay. It's initiative. Okay.
Someone roll a 1. Ah, crap.
Okay. So give me that save.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Who do you need to save, Richard? Just Myrna and Toronto?
Needs to
I should be
save.
fine. Oh, I gotta save?
No.
Yeah,
Myrna
just Toronto.
needs to save.
Okay.
And so Myrna, a
Yes.
blast of wind that comes flying out of this opening when they open it. Like I said, all you see is like blue, sky blue, and wind comes blasting out, and it hits you for 9 points of damage.
12.
Popsicle.
You gotta engage them so they quit taking it curtain up.
So when they don't
How many are there, Toronto? I can't see where they are, so I don't know.
Well, technically, I can't see anything down there yet.
Oh, you can't? Okay.
Other
Anyway,
than
I
the
saw
Myrna,
this
the
wall of
meat
fire.
popsicle.
So, Myrna, what are you gonna do?
Dodge.
And that wind is hard. You're gonna have a hard time shooting that direction.
Engage them with your sword.
yes, I'm thinking of it. I'm really pissed.
Roll north.
So I think I
Roll north.
need to
Duck and roll, duck and
run.
roll.
Yes. I'm taking my sword and running through one of them. Let's just make space for the map and my chart.
You can tell that this wind is strong enough. It's going to be hard running into it.
You're right by the door. Roll out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I can 8 here, so I can.
Well,
Sword.
you try, but you get 4 squares.
Oh. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I stick to my bow again.
You
Still.
cannot fire. You've moved. You can't fire.
Oh,
You did a full move to get there.
Well, yeah, she did a charge to get there. If she just moved, she could only move 2.
okay.
move
That's
2.
wrong.
What is that? Because of the wind?
Yeah.
I think my skin's sticking. I have no skin more. I'm just a blob.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go to the other room and make friends with those guys. I'm Pinky Blob now.
I think we need to find a different way into that room where they can't just automatically shoot us with a curtain or whatever it is.
Death by
she-
curtain.
Did she make it down to one of the one with the curtain?
No.
No,
No.
I'm halfway.
How long is it?
Okay.
I'm sticking.
Colonel, what do you wish to do?
I don't know. That looks too dangerous to go in there. But she ran in there. I'm hurt.
I am
Yeah.
too.
I'm also hurt.
That room
And
will
not
fuck us
thinking
all
straight.
if we don't get out of there.
Give me a second.
I'm
Think.
through hurt and not thinking straight.
Yeah, I was gonna grab you at the door, but you ran in.
Okay. So,
I'm
Bobbin,
gonna
what do you wish to
just
do?
get my bow ready.
Okay, Ragnar?
Nobody's going in?
No.
No, I ain't tough like
What?
you.
I would if I was like level 10, but I'm not.
I would if I was fully healed.
Yeah, exactly.
So is this right here protected from the blast, we think?
Yeah, that's outside the room.
Well, I mean, yeah, Theranol. I mean, the wind. There's some wind whipping out of there over to where Theranol is, and it's cold, it's windy, but it's it's
Like-
blowing past it.
I think this is where Galathon was, and he was protected from the fire, where Theranol
Yes,
is
he was
wasn't.
protected
Yeah.
from the fire. There.
All right, so I guess I'll go here and maybe. Oh, I can see somebody. But I moved too many to arrow him. Can I arrow him, or did I move too much?
You get one shot off, I guess.
Okay. I'll shoot a bow at him once I find my sheet. Can I close my sheet? All right, here it comes. Ooh, I think that should be good. But not for much damage.
Yep, you hit him. Even with the wind, visibly tell, but must have compensated properly.
Yeah.
And Haddock, what do you wish to do?
Well, he's still enjoying the cowering back here with half the party. He would like to yell for everybody to retreat back so we can regroup. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
So Thranol, you can see in there, I think. Does it look
Very
like?
little.
Does it look like if we went like this, we would be out of the blast area quick enough? and
No,
then could
that's
get
what
across.
she was in the blast area there.
She was
It
in the
was
blast area here?
it was hitting her here. And then she
Right, but
ran in.
If I ran through next round, if I could get this way out of the blaster, maybe I can get through the wind and get to them and help her out.
She couldn't get over here.
You could not?
She went only 4 spaces.
Oh, okay.
So how big is it? Is it a cone? Did you say it was a cone?
It's pretty big.
It'll hope her run back here at the end of the next round.
I mean, if it takes up 4 squares, like you can't even. Could I dodge roll in? Can we dodge roll in the door
I mean, you can go through
like
the
that
door.
way? Well, that's why I'm asking. Is it like a big cone? Does it take up a like area like this, or is it just like these 2 areas here?
No, it's wide.
Okay,
I said you're getting some of it right
I'm not
there.
going in.
You're not getting direct blast because of the walls.
Oh yeah.
Doorway. Okay.
You let me use one of my special skills. That might be cool.
Okay,
I don't think it would work. Trick shot. We haven't discussed it yet, so.
Okay. So, Ted, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna keep peeking around the corner and see what happens.
Okay. Galathon?
I think I'm with Ted on this one. I'm gonna keep peeking around the corner and see what happens.
Okay. Okay. It's initiative.
Well, you rolled a 6. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So Myrna, the wind has.
I'm
I'm just gonna.
What do you do?
I'm gonna keep
I
saying. I'm gonna
can.
keep saying, pull back, pull back,
I can.
pull back.
I can come here and now use my long sword.
Okay.
Pity priest.
Did you say that?
I even get a nice throw with my sword. And I kill him. Yay!
Yay!
Did she do
Richard, did you say the wind died down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I not make wind.
All right. I'll come through.
Okay. So, Thernal, what's your plan?
Okay, I sent you the stats for that shot. I don't know if it'd be feasible, but if I could do it, I'd send it on Discord so you can look at it real quick.
And where are you getting this from?
That comes out of the Elven. It's 2nd edition, but like I love the way that they're set up. I mean, you see, it's got like a -4 penalty.
What is this?
It's called Trick Shot. It's like an Elvish thing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
If I was allowed to try it for this situation, I was going to go like where Ragnar is, fire it off into the wall, and bounce the shot back and try and hit the kobold that was that's holding the curtain.
Nice.
That was the plan, just to have some fun, you know.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I don't know. He's looking at it, I guess, and if he says no, that's fine. Then I'll do something else.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite books in 2nd edition. There's a lot of people who hate it though, and the author of that book even did an apology video a few years ago.
Really?
About how horribly written it is, because it is horribly written. Just the way he laid it out, it's terrible.
I just like the skills.
Yeah, I like the skills and stuff too.
Make it more interesting, like an Elvish thing, you know.
Yeah. He particularly apologized for the bionic arms, though. The Star Wars stuff.
Oh.
There's like a little chapter in there about having bionic arms. When you have an arm chopped off, you can have it replaced with an Elvish bionic arm.
Right on. I never saw that in there.
Yeah, it's in there. Oh yeah. There's all kinds of weird shit in there that I like.
Is it a go or no go?
I'm just +1 penalty to INT.
Initiative. That would be if you do initiative rolling. But it's automatically a -4 to hit and damage.
-4 to damage.
Yeah.
-4 to hit.
Was that under Elven equipment or optional rules?
No. I don't think so. It's not elven equipment.
Optional rules, probably.
I think optional. It's okay if not.
Archery modifications. Double arrow shot, charge shot, foot shot.
Yeah, I'd prefer not to because
Okay.
then
Oh,
we
okay.
get into the gray area of what could and couldn't be in, and
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I jump into the room and try to roll 2 or 3 spaces and then sit up and take at least one shot?
Yes, you may try and do that.
Okay. What do I need to roll for that?
Give me a D20 roll. Okay,
There you go.
so you can roll up to like here and get your shot off.
Right there?
Yep.
Right.
And then
Okay.
roll to hit.
Nice.
Try to whoever's holding the curtain.
Well, neither one of them are holding the curtain at the moment,
Okay.
but they both were previously. So, not that you would know that, but just so. Which one did you want to shoot at? You can pick either one.
I like green.
Okay. And boom, you nail him, but he's still up.
Yeah.
Did Myrna say she killed one on the curtain?
Well, she killed one.
And
Right,
not
Doc?
in the curtain, but I kill one.
So, Ragnar, it is your turn.
So if I want to run and basically tackle one of them, would that be like a normal hit and I get 16 so I can certainly get in and get them? Or how's that going to work? What's the mechanic for that one?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have you roll the hit.
Okay. That's my goal, is to take one of them off that curtain as best I can.
Okay. So charge in there and make your
Oh, I can actually get here on 8.
okay.
So can I attack? Yeah, I'll attack.
If you want to attack, you can.
Okay.
I mean, or you can do the tackle, whichever you prefer. But yeah, I would have let you gone a little. I would have let you go over that if you're going to do that launch yourself at someone.
Go. Oh, what do you mean by? I don't understand what you mean by go over.
Go over
Oh,
8 if you were going to launch.
yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah. I just
okay.
want to knock them off, but I think I rolled like crap, and I'm going to do nothing.
Yep, you didn't roll like crap. But
Okay.
We'll see. Bobbin, what are you going to do?
I think this time move and still fire.
You can move up to 4 and still shoot 1 arrow.
Okay. Oh,
Or you move up to 2 and still shoot 1 arrow. Excuse me. So you,
okay.
you guys
Well,
much I forget.
okay. Well, I'll just do my half movement so I can get into the room.
Okay. Okay. Haddock. Or Haddock.
Well, nobody's retreating, and Haddock doesn't want people to die. He especially doesn't want himself to die.
Really?
I guess he can. How far can he charge in? How many squares?
I mean, you can charge up to 8 and still get a weapon attack. Over that, like I said, if you're gonna like launch yourself and try and tackle someone, I'll give you that over 8.
All right,
And
well,
you
that's
move up to 16.
4. Let's see. Everybody's been going this way.
Yeah.
Four. All right, so he won't be able to get attacked, but that's a total of 8. Can I move all the way up to, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 squares to get up there?
Sure.
All right. That's what he'll do.
Okay. Ted, what are you doing?
Well, let's see. Can I move up to the door and still be able to fire one shot? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 7. What's that?
You can move 2 and still get off a shot.
Can fire a shot after an 8?
No, you can fire a shot after 2.
I'm going to say to him, it looks like the fire stopped, so I'm going to move up to the door and look out.
Okay.
Get the view to show it. Just jumping back and forth. I'm going to kind of squeeze into this corner right here. Is there like any kind of wall coming out from this wall? Is there like a corner there, or is the door just flush?
No, there's a.
I'm sorry?
Yep, there is a little wall there.
Yeah, I'm going to squeeze into that wall for cover
Okay.
and peer around it.
Okay. Galathon, what are you doing?
I'm going to take cover in this little corner I had before
Okay.
and wait for a blast. What is this right here? Did I see?
It is what it appears to be to you.
It's a kobold.
Okay.
I'm going to call out kobold that and point.
Okay. Okay. It is.
So what's happening in the room right now?
We're gonna find
Well,
out.
we're about to find out.
Sir Galaton, Ragnar already throw an arrow on that kobold.
I hit him with an arrow too.
Oh, I thought it was Ragnar. So
So these two over here on Haddock and Ragnar attack and miss.
Oh, good.
This guy comes over and mimics what the first one does. Gets this curtain pulled back. And again, a blast of flame shoots out. Hitting between from there to there. So I mean, Theranol and Ted.
Where's
give
the
me
monster that did it?
Saves versus breath weapons.
As far as I can tell, it's not a monster. It's a magical item.
Oh, I'm talking about the creature who pulled the curtain.
Yeah, so I think maybe
Oh.
you might have moved him to the DM layer.
No, I didn't move him to the DM. He's right there.
You get any
That?
bonus for being crouched behind this
Oh my
corner?
goodness, it's hard to see.
No.
I got a 15. Does that mean I
Get
can roll out of the
cover.
way?
You get your dex bonus.
Oh, I think you made it again.
So where is this fire coming
You
from?
guys
Can I
hit it.
see? Can I see what direction this fire is coming from? Is it hitting the wall right
No.
here and going that way?
You can see where it's coming from, but you can't see it, or you need to make a saving throw.
That would have been a 17. I didn't add the modifier.
I don't I don't know if I'm supposed to make one. I'm standing right here, the same place
No,
I was standing
I'm
before.
not calling for you to make one. But if you're gonna stick your head out to see where it's coming from, I'll need one.
No, I told you I take cover right here, and I'm just asking. So it hits the thief. The fire hits the thief.
Yep.
So is it? Can I tell if it's coming straight up like this, or if it's coming from an angle like that?
It's coming from an angle, a slight
Okay.
angle,
Okay.
just enough
rolled
that
exactly
the door, that little stub wall for the door facing protects you, enough
Wow.
that you're just getting your beard singed a little. You're not taking damage.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah, that's the
So-
guy we got it engaged, Toronto.
You're gonna be doing it. I'm gonna be dead.
I
So
hope
I,
you survive
technically, my
this one.
15 is a 17. I just want to state that because I didn't put the modifier in.
Okay. So both of you made your saves, so you each take 2 points of damage.
Do I get to roll out of the way too? That?
Sure. Okay. And now,
So I was gonna say, if there's a guy down here, I don't see him.
He's right here. He's very hard to see. He had an X on
That
him
one.
like he was dead before.
Yeah, I thought he was
well,
dead.
there was a dead one there, but someone ran over and is standing on top of that body and pulled the door up.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay.
Just a little confusion. Sorry.
No problem. Okay. So that's their turn. And it is initiative again.
There you
Nice.
go.
Okay. So let's go to Hedek.
Taking a swing here.
I'm gonna shoot.
Man, my rolls suck tonight.
Ragnar.
There you go.
Nice.
You the man.
That one goes down. Myrna, what do you wish to do?
I'm going to use my bow in this guy and make sure he won't hurt anyone else.
Okay.
Ah. Ah, ah.
Okay. And Bobbin, what do you wish to do?
Oh, take a shot at this guy over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
First shot.
That's
No.
miss.
Stop that.
Second
One.
shot.
And that's a miss.
A little better, not by much.
Okay, Theranol, what you doing?
Shooting at the same guy.
Okay. That's
Ah,
a
he's been cursed. Holy
Yep,
poop.
another miss. Okay. Galathon, what are you doing?
All right. What are the conditions of the room right now? Is it like windy again?
No?
Okay. I'm going to make a mad dash. How far can I move by just running? Like sprinting as fast as I can?
As fast as you can cover 16 squares.
Okay. So this is 10.
I mean, if you want to go part way and take a look so you can see, that's fine.
Okay. So far I have ran 4 to get here.
Okay.
So now I'm seeing. I'm gonna shout out what I'm seeing. I see multiple curtains.
Oh boy.
So that was 4. And I am now going to run over to this corner. So that's 13.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put my back to the corner.
Okay.
And say, there are curtains everywhere.
Okay.
And that's the end of my move.
Ted, what are you doing?
I just got blasted. Do I see the person who pulled the curtain over here? Is that?
Yep, you see him, and he's laying at the ground, clutching a arrow in the middle of his chest.
I'm hearing him say there's curtains everywhere. Well, I got 1 hit point. I'm gonna retreat.
Okay.
Feel ya.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 curtains.
And there appears to be a big mound down in this corner for those of you who can see where I'm pinging of dirt. And back at initiative. No, you guys want initiative.
Okay, I'm gonna start hacking this guy to death right here with my sword.
Well, you have to wait till it's your turn.
Did you do anything, Thron, or did you just stand there?
I fired twice, but it was just like doing nothing.
Oh, okay. Oopsie.
Okay, so he is going to attack you, Galathon, and he's going to miss you. Hey, Dak.
Oh, you won initiative? I thought you said we won initiative.
No, you guys won initiative. And you won on this round. I thought it was a new round, but you guys had won, so it's their turn to go.
Okay, so there wasn't a new round.
Right. That guy charges over to Bobbin and misses him. And that guy charges over, but he can't quite get to Theranol. And that's their turn. So now it's initiative.
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. There we go.
Now I'm gonna start hacking this guy to death.
Okay. So go ahead, Galathon. Hack that guy to death.
That'll do it.
And
AC
you did.
1 for 9 damage.
And
Whoa, wait a minute. There were 2 kobolds right here, and they're
They
disappearing.
Yeah,
ran.
they're both up here.
Oh, it's these 2? Okay.
Yeah,
so,
Okay.
Bobbin, what do you wish to do?
I'm gonna go down 1 and attack this guy next to me.
Okay.
Get my sheet open here again. Hopefully I can hit something this time. No.
Okay. And Theranol, what do you wish to do?
That was for that one.
Okay. And that one hits him. But it's not enough to take him down.
Did I shoot twice? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It like did something weird.
Okay. Haddock.
Help.
Oh. Okay. So Haddock finishes that one off. Myrna, what do you wish to do?
So there's no one here to die. I'm coming over here. 1, 7, 8.
Okay.
I'm here and I do nothing.
Right. Okay, Ragnar.
Yep. So Myrna I think did what I wanted to do. So
Run, you pudgy little dwarf.
yeah, can I get I'll get in between because I think I know Thorano's pretty hurt, right?
Oh, you can make that assumption.
Okay.
I'm also hurt.
Well, can I do my tackle thing on the one that Myrna is against if she's pretty hurt?
I
Sure.
guess not.
Did
Give
you
me
say
a-
sure?
Give me an attack roll.
Okay.
I take it
Oh, I
nobody
can
see
attack
it.
also.
Not
There
well.
you go.
Nice.
Okay. So somewhere along you had to you probably you chuck the axe, and I think that's what you use, right?
Yep.
And you hit this guy, and it's like, a linebacker nailing a running back as the handoff hits, and you've got this guy down on the ground.
Alrighty.
Boom. You've got him subdued. He's not going anywhere.
All right.
Now,
Got used to keeping him alive.
We're gonna put an axe in his head now.
that's what the hand axe is. Get that out of my belt. Okay. So, Ted, did you want to do anything? I'm going to assume that's a no, and we will roll an initiative.
No, that was me. I was trying to talk.
Oh, okay.
I had the button pushed. Sorry. Those
Okay.
3 vials that I got off of the wizard kobold. the ones that have the clear liquid.
Yeah.
No kind of indicator at all. There's no markings at all on any of the bottles.
No, and you guys need to be clear. I assumed because they were given. Last thing I knew, they were given to Theranol.
I
Were
showed
they?
them.
Oh, I don't remember getting them. I didn't write them in my sheet.
I showed them to him. I didn't say I gave it to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna take one of those clear liquids and I'm gonna drink it. Maybe
You
a cure.
man.
Okay. Well, go ahead and give yourself 100 experience points and 8 hit points.
There you go.
8 hit points.
Yes.
Ooh, all right.
And 100 experience points.
Thank you.
You're
Roll the
welcome.
dice.
Chicken fall.
That's the way you find out what a potion is in 1E. You drink
Right.
it.
That's old school, yeah.
Makes me want to
Okay.
drink mine too.
I don't think green was never my recollection. Green wasn't a good color.
That's
No,
usually
that's why
bad.
I use clear.
You
That's
gave
why
us how much HP?
100. Okay.
No.
That was for him,
I
right?
understand you gave us health.
Yeah, I'm giving XP for that because without knowing for sure, deciding to drink it, that's experience.
Yep.
That
could've
takes
died.
balls.
Whether you guessed right or not, it's experience.
Well worth it. Well earned.
So so that's that. It is now a new round,
Oh, it's
and roll initiative. Someone.
Oh,
Oh wow.
doing
Okay. So the little kobold, he's trying hard. He gets hold of your beard some and is yanking on it, Ragnar, but he's not able to get free. Bombin, he does get you for 6 points of damage.
All right.
And that is their turn.
Do you mean that's the end of their turn?
Or wait a second. One. No, it isn't. Yeah, that is the end of their turn. And so Bobbin, what do you do?
I take a step around this guy. Swing my sword at him again.
Okay. And down he goes. And Ragnar, what are you doing?
I'm getting my axe, my other axe. Remember, I grabbed more of those axes, and I'm gonna try to kill him,
Okay.
or strangle him, or however I can.
Ask him
give
a
me a-
question to his face.
Well, if you want to strangle him, you don't need to make a roll. But if you want to hit him with the axe, then give me a d20 roll.
Well, if I can strangle him without a roll and just be done, I'll do that.
Okay, so you're strangling him.
Yep.
The pulling on your beard is becoming less.
All right.
So, Myrna, what do you wish to do?
use my bow in this one.
Okay.
Oh, pop, pop. Did it?
Okay.
Oh,
So down that guy goes.
yay!
Galathon, what do you wish to do?
When I just walk and attack, how much movement do I have?
You could move 4 just to walk, and if you wish to charge, you could move up to 8 and still attack.
Oh.
I think they're beyond that.
And just sprinting, I can move up to 16.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna make a mad dash to get to. Oh wait, okay, that one's dead. I'm gonna make a mad dash to get to.
Yeah, the last 2 are the guys. Well, the one.
Right.
Well, no.
Ragnar's
Right here.
finishing that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
look, I didn't
that's
see those
15
guys.
squares.
2 dirt boys.
Okay.
And 1 more curtain.
That's not good.
And Theranol, what do you wish to do?
I'm gonna move away from this. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Hey, that. Haddock?
No, let's see. Haddock's going to start moving this direction. Get over here, I guess. Yeah, that's
Okay.
good.
Okay. And it's initiative.
What about me?
Oh, okay, Ted, what are you going to do?
I see him coming through the door. Is he looking in really bad shape?
Yep, he looks in really bad shape.
Okay. I'm going to go up to him and hand him one of those other clear vials and say, here, it helped me.
Does it smell the same? You know, with my luck, I'm gonna drink and drop dead.
I didn't
Okay.
open it, but it looks the same.
I don't know. Oh, what the hell?
Okay. So you get 8 hit points back.
Oh,
or
cool.
7, whatever your max is. I mean, take you over that.
Am I the only
So-
one that has a hit point bar, or can anybody even see that?
We can't see yours.
See
Each
it.
have our own.
And I'm going to ask him if anybody's
okay.
down. Anybody out there down?
Nobody's down, like unconscious
I was close.
yet.
Thank you.
Okay. And now it's initiative, and they won. So,
Mhm.
there. And he will get you for 2 points of damage. And that's their turn. So, Galthon.
Okay, I'm gonna return fire against that one that just hit me.
Okay.
With my sword. That's a miss, I'm sure.
So, Haddock, what are you doing? Or actually, let's do this because I bet I know someone. Myrna, do you wish to fire arrows?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Take this. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Ragnar's on the
go.
ground fighting with a kobold, so you can definitely. You got a clear straight shot. So,
I don't want to participate in UFC.
Gotta do it.
okay. So that's one hit, and that kills him.
And
With
so I
you-
hit.
with
I
the other guy,
tried.
you got a clear shot at him as well.
So let's try finishing it. No.
And that's a miss. So Haddock, it's your
Is there any more alive around the corner?
actually, yeah. There is one more guy over there. But
Alright.
Bobbin may want to fire an arrow.
Yeah.
But there is no way he can open the curtain to hurt you.
I'll just run down to him.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and take your attack. He's attacking. Go ahead, Bobbin. You got one more coming. And that one hits him. And that takes him down.
Yay!
That is the end of the combat.
All right, cool.
What's behind this curtain? Ah!
And that'll be 500 experience points.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's a lot. Yeah. That brings me up to 94.
We're out of
Okay.
initiative.
What?
We're out of initiative.
Yeah, fight's over.
Okay. I'm gonna come out here and anybody really bad off out here?
21 points down. I need some
Wow.
help.
How many hit points do you have?
34 less 21.
Oh, anybody
Third-
What
down
level are you?
to single digits?
No.
Anybody else down to single digits?
I'm down to single digits, but I'm full.
Oh, you only have single digits?
That was actually kind of funny.
Right?
There's nobody else that's hurt and down to single digits? Anybody?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, I think Myrna's down pretty good because
Yeah.
you're saying you've
Yeah.
lost 21 hit points.
She
out
deserved
of
it.
30.
She was brave. She went in hard there.
Yeah,
Yep.
but
So
I
I
only got 8 hit points.
Yeah, I
Or
know.
9 hit points.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you're more hurt than her, I guess okay. I'm just yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to assess if anybody's hurt worse than I am.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm down to 9 hit points. Okay, I'll drink the last clear one.
Okay.
So I'll perform first aid on Myrna to help her out, and that's a D4, I think.
I also using my D4 on myself.
How many did I get for that third or for that the third vial?
8.
8 more?
Yeah.
That brings me up to 2 digits at least.
Galathon, do you need first aid?
I mean, yeah.
You
I
did
could-
get hit, so we can first
got
aid you,
hit.
right?
Okay.
Can I do 2 people, Richard, or no?
Yeah, you can split it between multiple people. They're in all.
Yeah.
You actually are eligible for a 10% bonus for your fighter XP.
Right.
Oh, maybe you're giving it. I just didn't scroll over.
I
Huh?
just haven't added it in yet. I like wait until I'm closer to the level,
Oh,
Okay.
so am
That,
I.
and then
wanted to
I'll
make
take the. Then I'll add the
sure.
10%.
Yeah. So if anybody is anywhere, uh, for those of you that aren't that familiar with first edition, if your primary stat is 18, in most instances you're eligible for a 10% stat, 10% experience point bonus.
Oh, it's not 16?
Is it 16?
It's in the player's
Is that-
handbook. It's above
Yeah.
X number.
It's 10%.
Yeah, 10%. Next
Yeah,
time
but what number
XP, I'll
is it
have
at?
enough.
I may be wrong. It may be 16.
Yeah.
I'm working from memory.
I'll look
I
it up
think,
real
I
quick.
think it's. Well, as a fighter, it's like 18 or something, isn't it?
It's lower than that. So
Oh, then I got it for that.
fighter strength above 15. So 16 or higher in strength, you get 10% for a fighter.
Okay, 16 or better in your primary stat, you get the 10% bonus.
Yeah, I think if I get a little more XP, then I'll be good to go. But I'm not just there yet.
Okay.
I'm wishing.
I'm halfway
Okay.
to the next level.
Let's pause here. You guys may want to do some exploration in this room, but it's already past midnight, so we can start with that on our next session.
Okie dokie. I'll go pick up my other axe too.
Yeah, no problem.
So have I used these things long enough to know if they're like maybe a +1 or not?
Oh, the ones you've taken off these people?
Yep.
Yeah, they do seem a little bit better.
So do you want me to write a +1 on
Yeah,
my sheet?
You can go ahead and give yourself a +1 on it. Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you think it's because of craftsmanship you don't feel like they're magic. I mean, you
Okay.
just feel like craftsmanship is really good on them.
Must have got him from a dwarf.
May have.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Who's the caster? Who's the
They're
magic user? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give him the green potion.
Okay.
But I'm keeping the dagger.
Take the green
I'll wait
potion.
till I get to town.
Probably not something I want to drink.
Never know. Maybe nice and minty.
Maybe.
Gives you fresh breath for a month or something.
Or cobalt
I get
breath.
that little extra XP. Maybe I'll level right before I die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at this. I got to split that, so that's going to be actually another 500 or so before I level.
Yeah. That's the other side of having multi class. You get that initial bump in stuff you can do.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm good. I'm never really in a super hurry to level. I could care
I didn't
less.
think you were complaining. I'm just saying that's
Oh yeah,
always
no.
it's like you have to weigh that.
Yeah, I like the bonuses.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
No,
other than everything else, I do pretty
I do
good.
a lot of multi-classing in 1E.
Yeah, and I feel my numbers are low too, so it's like even my character's sort of weak in a way. So I don't mind the little bit of struggle. It's more fun in the end.
No. It's nice to have some. I mean, it's nice to have great numbers, but character with
Yeah.
maybe some flaws is playable as well.
Yeah.
It's not, and in 1E, it's not as bad because you don't get that many bonuses anyway. It's not like the modern systems where, if you don't have bonuses, you're in a mess.
Yeah.
Well, in the 5th edition, doesn't you're basically a god no matter what. It's hard to die. People complain about how hard to die it is. How hard it is to die. In 5th, you can revive yourself.
Say what?
You're
That's like
down and you
Guild
can
Wars.
revive yourself.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
after round you have to roll a death save,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
you get 3 of them before you die or something. And if you roll a natural 20, you revive yourself.
Sounds like they stole that shit from Guild Wars 2.
What happens is you roll. You have to make 3 before you fell 3, and you need to roll a 10 or better. And if you roll a 20, you can just hop back up and jump right back in the fight. It's pretty tough to die in that system.
Yeah, I'd play if I had to, but I like all the older stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks to roll 20, you don't have to.
Right?
Yeah, and they're getting ready to have
A 6th edition, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I looked.
Yeah, they call it 1 D&D.
Yeah, and the first thing they did, because the thing I find with the newer editions that just gets like to me is really bad, is they have all those feats, and then people play the feats instead of their character. You'll have people doing nonsensical stuff in combat to try to get in position to use this one feat they have instead of just fighting the creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And they started off with more feats right from the beginning, and it's like
I thought they did away with feats.
No.
Oh.
It's basically first level you get a feat.
On 3.5, I had that feats book, and I was actually running a noble, which was one of the D20 sub alternate classes. Basically, you have the fighting skill of a cleric without the casting ability. But you automatically get leadership, and you get your level worth of followers up to half your level. So if you're 8th level, you can have 2 4th level characters as followers, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And where was I going with that? Oh, my chief follower was my bodyguard. He was my level, half my level. He was a fighter with the feat of bodyguard, which allowed him to stay in the same hex as me, and any attacks against me had to go against him instead.
Oh.
So they couldn't attack me without taking him out first.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he was half my level, so.
Yeah. I mean, some of those things can be interesting at times, but then it just gets to be more and more. Like I said, you're just playing rules and not really playing the character, and it's just.
Well, that was kind of my character, was running other characters. I was the guy in charge. I had a henchman that was a priestess of Ra, and I had a couple other smaller level characters, which turned out to be really bad because we were going through the swamp, and we come across a black dragon, and the sorcerer, the first thing he does is lightning bolt. Okay, everybody save versus magic. Why? You're knee deep in water. Oh crap! So I lost 2 characters.
Well, I do want to say one thing here. I almost forgot it. I have a Monday night game that was a game I've been running for 6 or 7 years out of the local game store here, and during COVID, we went online, and we have not gone back. And some people have moved off, but I don't just want to throw it out for, you know, in general. If I can find people I already know are players to bring into it. We're doing Lord of the Rings.
Ooh.
It was really a good system. It's now out of print because the Tolkien family pulled it from them, and that actually adapted it to 5th edition, and it actually does pretty good in it, but they've taken all the magic out of it, which is very Tolkien-esque, and there's some interesting rules, and I could use an extra player or two. So if anyone's interested, message
What
me.
day?
It's on Mondays. We start at 7 Eastern time and generally run till 9:30, 10 o'clock Eastern time.
I'll be interested.
It is pretty interesting. Like, it had, like, one of the things it does is there's like journey rules, which I think really make it when you've got 3 months worth of travel, and we can do that in an evening or even part of an evening, and make it pretty interesting without going through every single hex and 37 different fights with wolves. So it does that, and it has some nice aspects, like you can pick up shadow points if you do, like, you kill people and take their stuff, you get shadow points. So you kill people, but you let them you leave their stuff on the bodies. But it fits because that's the Tolkien tone of things.
Right.
But if anyone's interested, let me know. I've got the PDF, and I'll be happy to give you the player's handbook. And the reason I feel free to do that is because it's out of print, and what few copies are out there, the owners are wanting astronomical amounts for. And since no one has it, you can't buy it anywhere. I don't feel bad about sharing the PDF. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they made.
I remember seeing it.
They did like.
I'd love to do it. I don't know if I got time.
Developing the areas to adventure in and providing stuff, and I mean, it was like I was going to my store and they had it, and I was buying some stuff, and then I stopped running it, and I stopped buying anything. And when I was thinking about going to start back up and I saw it was offline, I was like, oh man. And of course I rushed the store and there's nothing on the shelf anymore. Because they had like detailed write-ups about towns and everything in there. So
can't find nothing on Etsy or whatever, or not Etsy, but eBay.
I can do it, but it's just all the books are just, no one's, if they either are not selling them or they're wanting, like I said, ridiculous, like $200 an item type pricing, and it's just like, I like it, but I can think of it on my own for $200.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'd love to, but I don't know if I got enough time.
Okay. And I just throwing it out to guys that I'm already playing with first before I just open it up for general.
Yeah, I love Lord of the Rings. I'm a big fan.
I am too, and I love running it. And
speaking of Lord of the Rings, the TV show is playing right now, I think.
Yep. I recorded each Friday.
It is, and then then Amazon has the Rings of Power series, which is delving into the second age.
That's the TV show I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Actually, don't need to record. That's on Prime. Yeah.
It's pretty good. They're straying a bit, but there still is pretty good stuff.
I mean, it looks good, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're interested, just hit me up on Discord, and I'll let you look at the books, and you can decide whether you want to play or not, or if you just want to see the book, I'll be happy to share it with you.
Yeah, I'd love to see the book.
Print, I don't care if the tokens get mad at me; they can try and track me down.
Dang. Are you going to be sort of lax with like bringing other characters in, like you do with this game? Like and on and off.
Oh yeah, no, I never penalize people for.
Well, I mean, in that case, I might get a little time and I might be able to play a few games just to try check it out or whatever.
Oh, no, that's fine.
So while we're talking about other games, if you guys know or know DMs or other games that aren't necessarily a real long-term expectation, but also would be welcoming to kids. When my son settles down in his new school, probably in another month or two, him and I both want to do a 5e game together because I want to learn 5e. That's what he's trying to play with his buddies. So if you guys know of anything, let me know. He's 15. He's not a little kid.
Okay.
But we want to do it together.
There's all kinds of 5th edition games on the LFG on Roll20.
There's tons of them.
Yeah.
I was just saying, if you guys happen
Thousands.
to know a DM that's good and would be
Right.
welcoming to that, otherwise
Yeah.
I'm just rolling the dice.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can
Buddy.
understand that, particularly if you're trying to get your child involved.
Yeah. I'm looking for one that's isn't going to drop an F-bomb every 3 seconds, I guess.
Oh.
My kid freaks out if he hears me say shit because I don't cuss around him. I never have. And
Yeah.
it's a hard thing to keep up, I'll say, whenever I work at home and I'm in the work mode sometimes at home and then
Mm.
but yeah.
Yeah. I'm other than Lord of the Rings, which is a 5e derivative. I'm
Right.
running all the other two games I'm running are both 1e games.
Yep. He's getting exposure, One-E, because I'm running a family game in 1e. It's Keep on the Borderlands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is the first module I did as a kid.
Huh.
It's fun. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for the game today, Richard, and
That was fun.
all
Thank
that.
you,
Don't
guys.
forget, guys, all these kobolds we killed all have axes, and we now know they're +1.
Right on.
Oh. All of
Go
them
ahead
are
and
+1 axes.
Go ahead and set me up with that on Discord. I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
Like,
Randy?
huh?
Right. Okay. Just making sure I had the right person.
Yep.
Randy, thanks a lot, guys.
All right. You guys
Have a good week,
one.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Have a good
Later.
week.
No skipping this week.
And thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like who we are and like what we do, I strongly urge you to explore our Patreon and PayPal and our links below, basically. There's links to Discord and Twitter and all kinds of neat stuff on there. Alrighty. So we'll see you next time.